It's Miss Sote. So for calculator tutorial number 2, if you watched the Desmos one already, we're graphing special functions. So I just wanted to quickly show you all how to graph a function with a square root symbol and then a function with an exponent. So if you want to follow along, make sure to grab your calculator right now. You can pause this video to go grab it. And let's start by just turning our calculator on. And remember, you know it's on because it starts blinking right there. And so since we're graphing, remember we're going to go to y equals. And remember, if you want to clear, if you have a function already listed, you can just click clear and that'll remove it. And so let's do a square root graph. So we already have our y equals. And what you're going to do to get a square root is, if you notice right here, there's a square root symbol, but it's in yellow. And when it's in yellow, that means you first have to click this yellow second button, and then it'll give you a square root. So if I click second and then the x squared button, you can see that I now have a square root symbol. So I'm just going to do 3, and then remember to get a variable, you click this one, and then minus 9. So 3x minus 9. And notice for the square root, you had a parentheses. So I need to close the parentheses, which is this button right here. So I have the square root of 3x minus 9. Since I close the parentheses, now anything else I type will be outside of the square root. So let's do plus 8. Cool. I'm going to click enter. So now that's my graph, and let's graph it. And if you notice, we only see this tiny little bit of the graph. So again, you got to go to your window. And if we look at our graph doesn't really even start till like y equals 8. So I want a little bit more of my y-axis to be able to see. So window, my y-min, I'm just going to make my minimum 0, and my max, I'm going to make it 20, and I'll scale by 2. And now let's see what happens. Cool, we're getting a little bit more. If you notice, we don't really have anything in the negative x-axis, so let's even just change our x-axis to 0, min, and max 10. And there you go. Now you can see a pretty good graph. Awesome. So that's how you graph a square root function. Let's clear and let's do a function with exponents. So exponents are actually going to be in the same button. So if you click this x squared, it will give you a little exponent. But let's first put something down. So let's put an x down. And then if you click the x squared button, it gives you an x squared. And then we can do like plus 6, and we can graph it. And again, we got to change our window. I'm going to set it back to our normal one, -10 to 10 for all of it. And that's not really a great window, so let's even zoom in on our y minimum a little bit more. And that's a little bit better. So I won't finagle with that as much, but that's how you graph when you want an x squared. But if you want a different exponent, say we want x cubed, then what you have to do is you have to click x, and just like you do when you're typing on your computer, you want to click this caret button. So we're going to click this caret button, and now we can put whatever we want up top. Say I want to have like 2x plus 3 up top. I need to start a parentheses. So if you click this left parentheses, I want to put all of the equation or expression 2x plus 2 on top. So 2x plus 2. I close my parentheses. That is now all going to be on the exponent, up in the exponent. And then if I do like plus 9, that's going to be back down, not in the exponent. It's going to be a big number. So we're going to graph it. And as you can see, you don't really get a good view. So let's zoom in a little bit. Let's make our max 20, and let's scale by 2. And as you can see, this is kind of a weird graph. So it might even be helpful to zoom out really far, get the general shape of a graph, and zoom back in. But the main idea of this video was to show you how to type out exponents and square roots. And so that's going to be the main focus. Make sure to graph the example I put on your homework, and please let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.